Yo, what's up? This is Vilisink, and welcome back. So we're going to continue with the login champions, and we're now at day 150. So in case you do not know which champion that is, we need to go to Banner Lords, and we're going to tap on Lordly Legionary. So let's take a look at the skin. Like Assassin's Creed Viking. The sword is... yeah, it's got fire on it, but the sword looks a little bit kind of crappy. Not my, not the best skin ever. Not my most loved skin. But let's take a quick look at the attack-based champion first of all. So the HP will be lower. His attack is 1354, which is alright. Defense is 947, which is not great, not terrible. 96 speed. I'm going to say respectable. It's not the worst speed ever. It's not the best by far. He has crit damage, obviously, until you ascend him. Resist is at 30. That's your base resist. So for 150 days, you're 5 months in. And by 5 months in, you may not have really done Fire Knight, which is what this champion, when people have seen it, they thought, yeah, he's Fire Knight. But the thing is, you may have other multi hitters that do a lot better than him. But we're going to take a look at the moves that he will do. We'll break apart if the moves are okay, and then as a whole, we're going to determine if you really need to use him, if he's one of the better or worst login the War Champions. So let's get started. Press the fight. Attacks one enemy, does hit twice. So if we're looking at Fire Knight, that's a good start. Places an extra hit if the target is under a hero reduction debuff, a 50% hero reduction debuff, which is situational. Places 2 extra hits if the target is under a 100% hero reduction debuff, which is also situational, but could be done if you have Cold Heart. You just need to make sure Cold Heart. I can do it. Kitus is really crap. He's got hero reduction. There's a few champions that do it, but you would need Lordly to go after them to kind of make this a little bit easier for yourself. So you can't get the extra hits, but it's nothing. Doesn't excite me at all. It just books up damage. Outflank level 1. Attacks one enemy. 75% chance, 100 when booked, so it does go to 100% chance on a 3-turn cooldown. Placing a big version decreased speed, debuff for 2 turns. That's good. Now, decreased speed you can take anywhere. If you're looking to just finish off a Nightmare campaign with your 2, you ain't going to take him in, but decreased speed is a good debuff. That will slow the wave down, just like a stun, any type of CC. Like turn meter reduction is good also. So we're getting 1 hit with 100% chance to put on decreased speed deal for 2 turns. Single enemy. Okay. Decreases the target's turn meter by 20% if it is placed. But so it decreases it. I'll read it a few times. I'm still not going to get it. I still don't see the point of it. So if you don't give him accuracy, you won't land it, and then you won't decrease turn meter. You give him accuracy to land the decreased speed, then he can get turn meter reduced by 20%. It's situational, it's not necessarily impressive. It doesn't necessarily hit too good either. Let's jump on quickly down Legion's orders. Now, places a 30% reflect damage buff and a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns, which in general is pretty good. The reflect damage is good, for instance, in the second wave of Ice Golem. Continuous heal is pretty much good anywhere. The continuous heals are a really good buff for sustainability, especially if you have squishy attack based champions that kind of fall over when a wind hits them. But I mean, I don't mind this move. It's just a shame that it's kind of met with this. A situational A2 and a situational A1. You get a bit of extra damage. You can get a 3-turn cooldown 100% chance. And you can place reflect damage and a continuous heal. But you can get people to put on multiple continuous heals. So I feel like damage, it's not the worst. I just don't. I wouldn't use them in Fire Knight. That's kind of what it was built for. In general, I don't think I would use them at all. Like I say, if the A1 and the A2 for myself, this is an honest opinion. Other people might say no, he's good, and you have every right to do so. But in my opinion, why not have heal reduction here? So when you go A2, you can then go back to the A1. Or why not have it here? We've got a situational thing where if he places the decreased speed, the turn meter can be decreased by 20%. It's like, what's wrong with just, he puts on the debuff and then decreases the turn meter? Would have made the move just a whole lot better. Rather than if it's placed, oh, reduce turn meter for you also. Here you go, here's your login champion some compensation. If you can get that speed on, will decrease turn meter. It's just, for the A1, the only good thing about it is it hits 2 times. There's nothing else that you would use this for. You're not going to, would you really take somebody in? Heal reduction, don't get me wrong, is good. Cold Heart can put it up. But it just seems situational that you get an extra hit if it's under 50% and then 2 hits if it's 100%. I just think they could have done a lot better with this A1. We could have made it just target an enemy 3 times, apply shield reduction debuff. Perfect. That's it. Screw the extra hits. Nobody gives a crap. If it said apply shield reduction, he could have been really good. He could have been better than he is. He's just, and because of the situational part of his kit, I myself don't think that for 5 months of gameplay his champion is worth it. So let's check the reviews. I can't rate him because mine is still level 4. I think he's in the vault, so we'll give a quick check. And if he's in the vault, it's potentially a chicken. I think I had a few of these because I got really unlucky. And for some reason I just kept pulling this dude. And I don't know why. So we have a lot of legionary there that has never seen Fire Knight, never seen anything apart from he was in Faction Wars early stages, unleveled, ungeared, just to help out Stagnite. That was it. For 5 months in, he's a really kind of crappy champion. Considering 30 days will get you Haikatoon. You then get Yaga, yes, Dark Athel, pretty crap. But then you get Dark Elan, who is a demon, which is pretty good. So in the first 90 days you get one good champion, and in the second period of 90 days, so far you've got one champion that's good and crappy. But yeah, 5 months in, you would definitely expect the champion to be better. I would like it if it says applies heal reduction debuff. I would also like it just not to be so dependent on, oh, if you can do this, we'll give you an extra turn. And if you can get the bigger one, the bigger version, we'll give you 2 turns. It's like you're trying to give us compensation for the fact that he's crap. Don't get it. So it has become, randomly enough, this has become a bit of a downer for Lordly Legionary, but it just isn't that great. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm giving you the honest truth that, but you're just not going to use them. There's better champions that you're going to get. Hell, Stagnite. If you pull him earlier, Use him in Fire Knight. Multi-hitter, he's brilliant, he's a perfect affinity. Cold Heart, obviously. There's other turn meter manipulators. Sandra and Nethro, yes, they're legendary. But you do have Stitch Beast if you're going just for a pure turn meter manipulation, which is so much better than most of his kit in general. All he does is offer 2 buffs, a continuous heal and reflect damage, which if I used him would be probably better in the second wave of Ice Golem than anywhere else. It's a very underwhelming champion, and for 5 months in, I just not really a fan. He's probably been in 6 or 7 faction wars battles, and that's it. Because I could level him up just progress further, but it's resources, it's time, it's money, it's silver, it's gems, it's energy, it's gear, it's the RNG. You guys, you ain't worth it. So if you're 5 months in and you're thinking, yeah, he's decent. I mean, if you're desperate, take him out just to back up another champion, but I don't see him. He's not a champion that when you get, he will change your account dramatically. Not going to happen. He's just kind of mediocre, kind of boring. I keep saying situational, but his kit is extremely situational, and for that reason, I never used him. He's just, I've had a few since then, and they've all been used as 4-star chickens. He's just, I'm never going to use him. I'm keeping that version potentially for a fusion in the future, but as we know, Plarium are going to be doing mostly new champions and fusions, so that could be a chicken for somebody in the next 15-20 minutes. That's how good he is. So guys, for 5 months in, I don't think Plarium are giving you the champion that you deserve, because he's not that great. There is people that will obviously argue the point, and you're very welcome to, if you can prove me wrong and say, I got mine to 60, I did this, I did that, and he's really good. Fair enough, but his kit is underwhelming, situational, just not great. And that's pretty much the point of the video. It was just to give you the truth. Based on him, his multipliers are not great, doesn't hit very hard. I mean, he looks, kind of looks okay as a champion, but he's not even great there either. So guys, we'll cut it there. We have more champions obviously for the login rewards to go over and analyse, and a lot of them are so much better. I can't wait to get to Sail or Grash or like everybody's favourite Vilisink, because you know everybody loves her. So I think we're going to cap it here. We'll continue this series potentially in the next video, unless I go up to some other mischief. But guys, Lord of the Legionary, it's a bit underwhelming. I don't think you're going to use him for his kit. I would say save your resources, save your silver, save your energy, save your gems, save your time, save your chickens, save your potions, all that type of thing, and put him on a champion that will help you with progression, and a champion that will help your account, like, to not just do one part, but to do multiple parts of dungeons, etc. So yeah, we're going to cut it there. Mr. Underwhelming was his new name. Thank you guys so much. I always appreciate the company and the time when I'm looking over these champions. I love you all. I'll see you soon.